So my hot honey chicken is a little sweet and a little spicy like me. So this is my recipe and I'm so excited to share it with you. Okay, so I'm gonna start with 10 to 12 chicken thighs, and I normally just buy that big package of chicken thighs. These are bone in, skin on, okay? And in this bowl, I have a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic salt, 2 tablespoons of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of cayenne. So this is gonna be spicy, okay? And this seasoning mixture is really great anytime you're gonna blacken anything. It's great on fish. So I use this a lot. Okay, so what I've done is in the bowl, I've turned them all upside down where the skin is down, because I'm gonna wanna season both sides of the chicken. And I'm gonna use about half of the mixture. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do, so that it'll fit, I'm gonna turn them all around, just kind of squinch them in, because we're gonna marinate these, and you wanna let these sit in this seasoning, I would say for at least an hour, but the longer the better. Then on the skin side of it, we're gonna add the rest of the mixture. You're just gonna coat it really good. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is just put the lid on and let this sit, like I said, up to an hour. The longer it sits, the better. Let me wash my hands real quick. Okay, so luckily, I already have it batch marinated, and I put these on last night. Let's see how it set with that seasoning. Okay, so I'm gonna take a cookie sheet with raised edges. Okay, and then I'm gonna drizzle a little olive oil. I'm gonna place all the chicken on it, and I line it with foil because it's just easier to clean it. And you can really use any cut of meat that you like for this recipe, but I like chicken thighs just because they tend to roast better. They're a little juicier. Okay, let me wash my hands again. Okay, now with this, I'm just going to drizzle the top of them with a little more olive oil, just because that helps the skin get crispy when you roast it. This recipe would be really great in the smoker or on the grill too. Okay, so I'm going to bake this at 400 for about 45 minutes to an hour, but until the internal temperature is 175 to 180. Okay, while that's in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and make the sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a cup of honey. Now I use Ruby's honey, which is a local bee farm right down the road. This honey is just absolutely delicious. So if you live in the Livingston area or the surrounding area, you're definitely gonna have to get this. And I went out there the other day and they just have bees swarming everywhere, and then they've got the beehives, and it just kind of reminded me of Frank Iggy on fried green tomatoes. Okay, so a cup of honey, and that honey is so good too, I like to use it in my coffee. Okay, so then we're gonna put a half a cup of hot sauce, and I just use Louisiana hot sauce, but really you can use any hot sauce that you like. I should have had this pre-measured, but that's okay. But you could use Frank's or whatever hot sauce that you like. Okay. you don't have to season it because we've put so much seasoning on the chicken already. It really doesn't need it. This is just a glaze. Okay, so I'm gonna get this mixed up. That way it's ready for when the chicken comes out of the oven. Okay, so I pulled this out of the oven so it's still hot and sizzly. And so what I'm gonna do is just take and coat each piece of the chicken with the hot honey glaze. Make sure each piece has a good coat on it. Okay, so I'm gonna let these sit and rest for, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so it's had time to cool and the glaze has had time to sit. So time for the best part, and we're gonna try it. Let me show y'all this chicken. And really, I just can't eat my chicken with a fork. Okay, so we're just gonna dive right into it. Y'all, that chicken is tender and flavorful and juicy and spicy and sweet at the same time. So this is my recipe for my hot honey chicken. I'm so excited for you to try it. Let me know how you love it in the comments.